Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today the new Democratic Detonation Premium Warbond came out. I'll be showing it to you today, as well as the new ship modules. Let's start with the Warbond. So on the first tier we got the super credits per usual, as well as the new squat victory pose, the new player card, the new set of armor which has servo assisted, which that's one thing about this Warbond. None of the armor sets have a unique perk, which is kind of disappointing, but it's not the complete end of the world. As well as the new helmet, which looks like gas mask, which honestly looks pretty cool in my opinion. New cape, and then there's the thermite grenade, which I've seen mixed reviews on. It seems pretty decent against the automatons. It can two-shot hulks to the face, which is pretty good, and it can also take out tanks relatively quickly. Against small enemies, it's not very good, which means it gets bugs. It's really not the best grenade, but it still can get the job done. Then you have the BR-14 Adjudicator, which is an interesting weapon. It's trying to be a DMR mixed with an assault rifle, and it kind of just fails at both. It doesn't do enough damage to be a good DMR, and it has too much recoil to be a good assault rifle, so it's kind of just not super great, but it does have good damage output. On the next tier we have another player card, another armor which has engineering kit and is also a light armor, which is pretty cool, with the helmet and the cape. Then we have the booster, which is the expert extraction pilot, which lowers the time it takes for the extraction shuttle to reach the extraction beacon, which is about 20 seconds less, which isn't terrible. It's really not that bad of a booster. Then we have the R-36 Eruptor, which is a bolt-action explosive sniper rifle. This thing is more like a grenade launcher, more like a bolt-action grenade launcher. That's how you should use it. It can close bug holes and kill fabricators, which makes it pretty solid just because it can do that. But I wouldn't really use this as a primary weapon against enemies. It's just not super good for that. You can take like a machine gun or a stalwart and use that, or an autocannon, and kind of use this as more of a support weapon, which I think is what it's best for. As well as the super credits for the tier, and the new courtly bow victory pose. Then we have the new boxer victory pose, the new devastator armor, which is a pretty thick armor, which has the fortified perk. The helmet and cape to go along with it both look pretty nice. The card to go along with it, as well as the grenade pistol, which I haven't got to use yet, but we know can close bug holes from the trailer. The super credits, and the explosive crossbow, which also seems to be pretty interesting, and I also haven't really got to use it yet, and most people haven't, so still not too sure about this one. But then, go on to the new ship modules. Every single ship module got its tier 4. So let's start from the top with the superior packing methodology. Resupply boxes refill support weapons with the maximum number of carryable magazines. This is quite a big deal. This makes every single stratagem support weapon completely refill with the resupply, which takes things like the machine guns, which kind of suffered from with ammo, and just gets rid of that problem. This is definitely a game changer for the stratagem weapons. Next, for the orbital cannons, we have atmospheric monitoring, which reduces the HE barrage spread by 15%. This is kind of not super great, just because it only affects 2 stratagems. Like, it is good, but just for a tier 4, not super great. Then for the hangar, we have the XXL weapons bay. Eagle stratagems that drop multiple bombs will drop 1 additional bombs. So this seems like it'll be pretty decent. I don't think it's not necessarily going to be a game changer like the expanded weapons bay is, but it's definitely a nice bonus that will help out. Next we have enhanced combustion. Fire damage from stratagems increased by 25%. This is pretty bad, just because one only affects 3 stratagems, all 3 of which aren't super great. And I just don't think it's gonna do too much. Probably just going to end up killing your teammates more. That's what I've seen people say. Then we have Circuit Expansion. Lightning arcs fired from weapons and turrets jump to one additional enemy. This affects the arc thrower and the Tesla tower. This makes the arc thrower a lot better. It's already good, but this just makes it that much better. I'm pretty sure right now it changed to 3 enemies. Once you unlock this, it'll change to 4, which is a pretty big deal. And of course, it'll just make the Tesla tower a bit better, which it probably needs. And then lastly, we have Blast Absorption. Sentries take 50% less damage from explosives. This is not super great, just because most enemies that you'll be using the starts against don't really have explosive damage. You know, maybe they'll be able to tank a rocket now, which is nice, but other than that, not super great by any means. And that's it for now. I'm sure there's probably some more secret little things they've added, but that's all I've got for you now. So if you enjoyed the video, please like. Thank you, and have a great day.